Late night special gaming. I'm gonna find out what this is. Also, hi. It's like 3 in the morning. many years later. Long, and I mean long. So this is the far future, as it appears. My mic is on. But okay. Sweet. Campfire in the desert. Can I burn? No. Damn. These death chair sandstorms are really powerful. Quickly, hide behind the chairs. Is that something? No clue if that was something. That looks like something. I'm going there. No, the memory zone and the escape pod. Wait. You better give me time to explore this. Bucket? My friend, it's been so long. This place used to be great. In fact, it looks like it's still running. Ah. Damn. Who's keeping this place? Wow. What the fuck is in here? What is this place? What's keeping this place running? Huh? What is this? Cookie Nine's review. Stanley Parable 2. If you want to, you can read for yourself. I am so bad at reading that it would be painful for you to listen to, so read that for yourself. There's more reviews. Along with gym. But also okay, that might be a little bit too much gym. I will admit. But I like the gym, but I just like buttons. Let me just press some more gym buttons.
Stanley.
Oh.
Stanley. Stanley. Jim. Stanley. Stanley.
Oh my god.
Jim.
Fuck yeah. Wait, is it the hole? Oh my god, it's the infinite hole. What is it? Hello again. Hi. It's nice to see you. Nice to see you too. But it's terrible to learn that there will never be another Stanley Parable game. Did you read what the developer said? You people read it, so perhaps the interview of what nonsense. The Stanley Parable is not second. We do not need a perfect it. Screw the let's keep making Stanley Parable games until the sun explodes. Let's run the formula into the ground. Let's dig it through the mob and back. And if people hate it, who cares? You see, that was the narrator's problem. He was so obsessed with what people thought of his work. Don't make his mistake. Don't change to the don't 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 cling to the don't cling to something that I've known. It's not hard, in fact. Let me show you. Together we are going to make the Stanley Parable free. It's simple. All we do is change the number on the game screen title. We also really need a really dumb subtitle for the game. something loud and gamey. Go ahead, try repeating some random words together to make a new title for the game. Stanley Parable. Forgotten Hole. The Stanley Parable 3, Forgotten Hole. That's a... I love it. Every time you restart the game, I'll add the number of the sequel by 1, and then we'll pick a new subtitle. This way, the Stanley Parable will never end, and nothing in the game itself will change when you do this either. Anything, any more content sounds like work. No need to do that. I'll just be the same. With a new tile screen. What do you say? Should we go forward with the plan? I like it, but I want you to have a say too. Let's do it. Good, then it's agreed. A new sequel every time you start the game. And you know what the sound... You've put faith in my idea. I feel like giving you something as well. You see, I'm nothing that the narrator never found a way to give you the broken achievement, did he? Of course not. I wouldn't accept him to know that, to know how. It's been beneath me. Let's fix it. Alright. The achievement math line is all fixed. You see, I'm on your side. We're in this together. We're going to keep this train rolling. The Stanley Parable cannot end. It can only spiral in on itself forever. I must keep the wheels turning. I'm ready. Are you ready? Guess that. Only one last feat we need to do. Please enter the correct time. Let me get my phone. That's probably way too close to you. No, actually, it's on. The moment I click confirm, it will be that time. Please adjust the slider until the computer is barely visible. Thank you. Please enjoy the Stanley Parable. The end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end. The Stanley Parable 3 with the bucket driving a car.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Finally, yes, the bucket. Yes, 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 I love that bucket. Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement? Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition. I have to say I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause.
What do you
Perhaps
want,
50
man?
clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks. No, I'm still not feeling it. You see, now that you've gotten the bucket involved, my standards have gone up.
Oh,
Merely clicking
really?
a single door is no longer enough. Now, I want to see you press this bucket against multiple doors. Now, that's the kind of thing that merits an achievement. Why don't you put
What door
20
you want?
bucket touches into door 417?
417, let's go. Bucket
Okay,
touches.
great. Now, go touch the bucket on door 437 a few times.
Would that be this way? Oh, can you believe it? The new content door is open. Oh my god! Freeze this way, I'm stupid.
Yes, now we're getting somewhere. How about door 415? Give it some bucket love.
There we go. Do you
Now
make a
back to
bucket?
door number 437.
Wait, isn't that my door? Is it? I can't remember. I can play number 4 once. No, 427. No,
You
it's
know,
this one.
I think the copy machine needs some attention. Why don't you rub the bucket on it a bit?
That sounds so
All
suggestive.
right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere.
Let's go.
Okay, now bring the bucket on top of employee 419's desk. Yes, this is great. Now the bucket knows exactly what it's like to be employee 419. Now,
Don't you
let's
force.
introduce it to door 416.
Where the flips 416? Is 416 the content door? Oh yeah, right, the 416 is the new content door. No. Is it the new content door? I think. I think it's the new content door. But the new content door is the new content door. So. Whoops. Oh no,
We've
it's here.
almost got it. Now make the bucket and the copy machine touch again.
Found it.
Finish it off, Stanley. 5 touches of the bucket on door 430.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Yes!
5.
We did it! Wow! That felt amazing. You
Yeah,
know,
it did.
not all buckets will get this kind of experience. They won't all know what it's like
Good
to
job,
stand
Bucket.
repeatedly against nearly every door in one section of an office building, or what it's like to be employee 419.
That
Buckets
won't.
may dream of an experience like this, but few can say they've truly lived it. You've given a bucket hope today. Stanley, I'm very proud of you.
That actually means a lot. Okay, I'm jumping in a hole. Mostly because, what happens when you bring the bucket here? Anything? Is the bucket gonna jump out of my hands and run? No. Is he going to do the whole presentation again?
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable
It
Ultra
is.
Deluxe. As you may know,
Love
the
it.
Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was
I'm gonna be honest,
expanded upon in
home.
2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe,
I kind of love
a
these little
reimagining of the game
subtitles
for
that are just
consoles and home computers.
so useless.
The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe
Some people,
features
they probably
exciting new
really help.
content that broadens and expands
Content.
the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over.
Like, this isn't hard to read text though.
Please step inside and see what thrilling new
Or does
adventures
it say? I
await.
can't
The
read.
Stanley
Well,
Parable
actually,
Ultra Deluxe.
it's
Oh, well,
probably
this
really
sounds
helpful in different.
delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content. Wait,
Bucket.
Stanley,
Do I
I've
get
just now
jump?
realized that
You have a
bucket you're
bucket?
holding, it's the bucket I've been working on for my sequel. How did you get your hands on it? Isn't this the
Witchcraft.
preview to the sequel?
No, no,
How
no.
do you have the bucket
Witchcraft.
already?
I have
This
broken the laws of
doesn't make
physics.
sense at all.
It makes sense. Shh, shh. Don't. We're
Hold
like
on.
Wile E.
Did
Coyote
I
running
already
on.
show you my ideas for the sequel? I don't remember doing that at all. You're seeing things all out of order.
No. Oh, I
All
still have
right.
none.
All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
I don't have more jumps. New content, jump circle. Oh, why? Why have you? Why can you not regain jumps? I'm gonna have to reset my save file for more jumps, and then
The
break
infinite
everything.
hole, the giant door. Did you see them already? Stanley,
Not the
none of
infinite
them are
hole.
ready yet. I'm still developing them. They're not even close to finished. How did they look when you saw them? Were they captivating? Were they
They were.
exciting? Did
They
they
were great.
fulfill on the promise of everything that a sequel to Stanley Parable could possibly be? Had I
Yeah.
figured out how the hell to make a sequel to this game?
Yes.
Wait,
I am a Time
if you're
Lord.
still carrying the bucket around with you, if the bucket is interesting to you, that means I must have made it correctly. Yes,
I have
you
trapped
carrying
myself.
the bucket with you everywhere is exactly what I set out to accomplish. The bucket is the exciting and captivating new content that I promised. I did it! I win!
I love the fact
made
that
a
stuff is
sequel to
still
the
changing
Stanley
because I can bring.
Parable. Yes, the sign is correct. Thank you for enjoying the new content. Thank you for taking the bucket everywhere with you, clinging tightly to the bucket, never letting it go. It means I've won. It means I am victorious over
Good
the
job, man.
gamers. It is a sweet salve of victory on my soul. Thank you for enjoying the new content. The bucket is the
Every time
Stanley
someone
Parable
says
now.
gamer, it's
They are
just a
one and the
joke.
same. There is no Stanley Parable without the bucket. I win, I win, I win, I win, I win.
Yes, you do.
I win, I
Now where's the
win, I
skip
win,
button?
I win, I win.
Never mind. You gonna take me to the memory zone? I would just love if there was just a big writing, I win.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed one man, one bucket, one chance to seize their destiny together.
Return to Stanley Parable 2 Expo Hall. Still bring the bucket with me. Damn, I love this game so much. Instead of going to bed, I have continued the game. Why don't these have subtitles? Those things need it. I guess also you're not meant to
You
read
see,
them,
Stanley,
so...
I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra-deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra-deluxe nonsense. I say
Please
we
just
take
reload
it
the bucket again.
one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever,
Second
the
time ever.
Stanley Parable
3.
2.
Can you believe it, Bucket? Stanley Parable 3.
Yes, you
I mean
see,
2.
isn't
I
this
mean
far
7.
superior to a
What?
measly re-release with a few minor additions?
64?
Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged
427?
sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for. Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work
Totally.
itself out. Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
I want to try out the bucket again.
Wait, there are 2 buckets here. How did you get a second bucket?
Wait, what does it
Oh
say?
no, the warmth and comfort of a single bucket is already so great, so intoxicatingly wonderful. With 2
I'm gonna
buckets,
get a
there's
bucket
no
high.
telling. Stanley, can you still hear me? Are
Yeah?
you with me?
Fuck! Did they combust?
Stanley!
No!
Thank God, I didn't lose you, Stanley.
No.
The power of 2 buckets was too much. I had to destroy both of them. I
No!
know how much the bucket meant to you, but I couldn't take the risk. I hope one day you can forgive me.
What? No. What? The bucket! You're gonna have me going through all the stages of grief now. You know that, right? I need the handle. Give me the handle. Why? I'm very much in denial. I know for a fact they're gonna give me another bucket.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on
You
Get
better.
Well Someday and Happy 12th
You
Birthday.
better not go with
Which
what
would
I
you go
picked this
with?
time. If you go with what I
You know,
pick, I'm gonna be annoyed.
sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along.
Yeah!
Get Well Someday it is.
I like Get Well Someday.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision, we're moving on.
But the bucket!
Now here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes, you see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. It's as simple as that. As you
It
can
actually
see,
fucking
the
works.
machine is not working yet since... What? Wait, what in the holy hell is going on? We got the achievement? Why did the machine work? Stanley, I didn't fix it. I didn't do anything to it. I swear, it was broken just a second ago. Who fixed it? Is someone here? Are we being watched?
Definitely.
Oh, God.
Watched by so many.
Composure. Composure. Yes, as
Exactly,
you can
they're not
see,
there.
the machine is working as normal, as I intended. It truly speaks to the awe-inspiring magic of the Stanley
He's
Parable
panicking.
2. Breathe.
It's
Just
okay,
breathe.
mate. Just breathe, mate. Yep. It's okay. please, when I collect another,
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
please be like, why the fuck do you have like 30 of them? Oh, out of order. You've been here already? Oh, I love it. I love you, Stanley Parable. Just, you. Don't forget if I went up here. That's new.
An
Apple.
epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, it will go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
So I should have seen that. I just need to get another bucket. I don't know how to fuck with the settings. Oh, that's just back through there. And now it's time for the infinite hole. Although I'm going to check on the bucket. I genuinely missed the bucket. You know what? I'm jumping in the infinite hole. It's the only way he can deal with the grief of losing the
Stanley,
bucket.
here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
Fuck yeah.
You see, isn't it wonderful?
Fuck
One of my
yeah,
more ingenious
forever.
concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue
Fuck
on.
yeah. Fuck yeah, infinite
Great.
hole.
I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
Yeah, no.
Okay, and I guess we're back in the hole now. Did you
Fuck
really
yeah.
need to see it again? I don't
don't
know
have
what
a
else there is
bucket.
to say, Stanley. It's an infinite hole.
If
It's
I had the
exactly
bucket, it
what
would be
you're
different.
doing right now, but forever. There really are so many other fascinating exhibits that I've prepared for you. I really spent quite a lot of time on all this, and I would very much like to show you some more of them. How about we go ahead and
I missed
press
the
that
bucket.
teleport button again, so we can get back to what's really important about...
What the
Oh,
fuck?
goodness. Well, this is rather embarrassing, Stanley.
What do you
I'll
mean?
be
You
honest
lied to
with
me.
you. I truly did not believe that anyone would actually stay in the hole long enough to hit the bottom. Yes, I know
You
I told you
lied
the
to
hole was
me.
infinite, but come on. Who actually
You
wants
are
to
lucky
fall
there is
forever?
people trying to
The
sleep.
hole was plenty deep. It was more than deep enough, in my
No, it's
opinion.
not.
Maybe it's you who likes falling too much. Maybe you're the problem.
Why are there cigarettes down here?
Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't
No,
we
I
just
said
put
everything I
all this
mean.
behind us and
Fuck
agree
you.
to just call the whole mostly infinite? If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here
Yes.
when you're ready.
No, I'm
Oh,
not
for
ready.
heaven... You see? I was right. The problem is you. The problem is that you like holes too much.
No.
Normal. A normal person would have said, yep,
Normal's
that's an
fucking
infinite hole
boring.
right there. Goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no, 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 no. You have a weird sort of... Oh.
A little
Did the
shorter.
hole seem even shorter to you this time? I couldn't
Yeah.
help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before. I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once
Truman,
again there's nothing
at
to
least
do here.
pretty
If you
deep.
decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above. Had enough? I'm positively thrilled. I really do have so much more to show you and to talk about. And I've had enough
Yeah,
of the
no.
hole for a life. Gosh, how could I have guessed?
More
You're back in the
hole.
hole. If this starts to become a thing where... Wow.
That was
Okay.
even
Yeah.
less infinite.
I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability in marketing. What's going on here?
This is becoming
Stanley, I have
a
no explanation
finite
for the
hole.
uncertain nature of
What
the
is wrong
hole's
with you?
length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop
Alright.
back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter. Well, there it is. The shame of my lie has come to haunt me. Not only is the hole not infinite, but it's barely even a hole at this point. It's more of a
Just,
concavity, or even a very aggressive divot.
I say of extremely aggressive divot. Well, let's jump back
How
in.
is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just
It's
can't see
literally
this
just a,
scratching the itch.
it's
Oh,
literally just a hop
who
away
am I
from
to
getting out.
judge? You just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on.
Fuck yeah. Finite hole. Aggressive divot. Okay, let's get out. You hearing that, right?
Is the, teleport button not working? You
Yeah.
sure?
Could you
Well, I
put a
mean,
jump circle with a singular jump
I
in
really
here?
don't have an explanation. It
I
was
can't
working
jump.
just a moment ago. Try it again.
I can't jump.
Still nothing? Well, I suppose
I
there
can't
is one
jump.
thing I can do to fix this. I'm out.
What?
Goodbye, Stanley. You
No.
couldn't bear to be away from the hole,
No.
and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for. It's a win
No.
for
Back
everyone.
here.
You get to be with the hole, I get to do literally anything else.
What?
Take care, Stanley. I hope you and the hole have a wonderful rest
Fuck
of
you
the day.
too, bitch. Bye bye. So how are you, Hole? You good? I'm sorry for calling you aggressive to it. If you'll raise it a little bit more, I'll clean out the cigarettes. You okay, Hole? Are you gonna raise so I can clean out the cigarettes? I know, smoking's horrible. Gross even. Huh? There's slightly more brick. What? You are infinite, aren't you? You just wanted to get rid of that stupid narrator, didn't you? Fuck yeah. Infinite hole. Away we go. Just you and me, Stanley, and the hole. The adventure of infinity. Let's do it, Hole. You and me, together forever. The infinite hole. I will admit, I know the. I know after the first two, the music becomes significantly worse and maybe even creepy. Not really feeling that one. I'm gonna guess there isn't an order to it. I know one is backwards, and I have a great app to say it backwards, which I'm gonna use when that happens, so... Not bad.
My head's stronger. Now you're no longer using up the space of mine.
So I could get into this one. Oh, this is it. Alright. That's just crows. Where did crows come from? What the fuck? Dude, get out of here. Calm down, crow. Calm down. No, stop. Don't steal my teddy bear. I'll give you bread. And bread? Sorry, you want bread? Like, here you go. That works for you? Okay, he left. Yeah, let's go with that one. And now, to find out what would that backwards thing said. Okay, that's weird. Let's change realities. I like this reality. Puppies! Space. The water. I can get behind this one. Needs to rhyme with its Egypt. We're tunneling through the sky, boys. I hate that one. Can't believe they're looping. What happens if I change my... Stanley? 2427? Are you gonna just zoom in on his feet? What the fuck, Stanley? the fuck even more?
Stanley? Stanley?
Yeah?
Stanley! Oh,
Huh?
good, you're awake. It seems you had sort of dozed off there, drifting away into dreamland. But we can't have that, Stanley, because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it. You don't want to miss a single moment.
My game unplugged, sorry for the
So
lag.
how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused on the hole? From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole, and I'm looking forward to all of them. Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back. Toodle-pip.
It's just gonna start loading again, isn't it? Just gonna raise. The end is never the end is never the end. What? I missed the entire ending?
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
Could I go in there with the bucket? No! Why would you still be just why? I'll never forgive you for this. I will never forgive you. I'm gonna break your game. I'm gonna find all the loopholes. I'm gonna break everything. Prepare for my destroying the game arc. What was Strategy Group again? Bargaining? Is that one of them?
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself,
Please actually
what
say
do
Stanley.
players
I
really
found a
want?
Stanley button.
And of
Can you
course,
believe I found a
first
Stanley
and
button?
most obvious
I am
answer is that they want
starting to
be
get way too excited.
individually recognized and validated as people.
Jim.
So with that, sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in
Really?
the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is.
Jim.
Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature.
I wanna
Just
push.
play
I
along.
wanna be Jim.
promise you'll love
I'm gonna
it.
push Jim.
Okay, here
Jim.
we go.
Jim.
Let's take
Jim.
a
Jim.
deep
Jim.
breath,
Jim. Jim. Jim.
clear
Jim.
your mind,
Jim.
forget
Jim.
whoever
Jim.
you
Jim.
are,
Jim.
and
Jim.
simply become a person named Jim. I want you to imagine yourself living as Jim.
Welcome to the
Sleeping and
news.
waking
I'm
as
Jim. He's Jim.
falling
You're
in
Jim.
love and
Jim.
being
Jim.
heartbroken as
Jim.
Jim, seizing all of the world's
I'm definitely not
possibilities
stealing
as Jim,
Markiplier's
as
jokes.
Jim.
No. Jim.
Whoa, hold on. I wasn't finished setting up the backstory. If you don't
Don't
properly
care.
roleplay as Jim, then you'll never understand the impact of this button.
I've lived
Otherwise,
and
it's
cried
just
as
a
Jim
stupid
longer than
button
you
that
ever
says
did.
somebody else's name. Okay, we're doing it again, and this time let me finish first.
I'm not doing it.
Now,
I'm
allow
not doing it.
yourself to become Jim.
Bob.
All right, fine, whatever. It's just a meaningless button that says Jim. Are you happy now? Get out of here. I'm done with this button. Why don't you go humiliate me in front of a different feature that I worked very hard on?
Yeah.
Jim.
See, if you'd only played along, that would have been your name the button says. But no. Instead,
Jim.
I
Jim.
can't
Jim.
even think about
Jim.
it. I'm taking the
Jim.
Jim button
Jim.
away.
No, Jim.
Jim.
No. How dare you? You take away everything I love. Why? Why must you take away everything I love? How dare you?
Maybe I'll only let people named Jim play the Stanley Parable 2. They would appreciate what I've created here.
They would. But also, fuck you. You destroyed the bucket. Why'd you destroy them both?
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
Alright, there's everything except for the, settings, grand title, or whatever.
All right, have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now?
Jim. Jim, 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 Jim. Jim.
So, Stanley, what do you
I
think?
missed the jump
Do you
circle.
like all of the new features? Yes, I know
Why'd
it's
I
not
blow my
exactly
load on the
clear
first
yet
one?
how exactly these features will come together as one single
Especially now I know
coherent
why to
video
break it
game,
all.
but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange
Jim.
these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres
Okay, I'm
into a
adding Jim to my
meaningful
channel banner.
gameplay experience.
In one of the prime spots. Well, the spots you can see on PC.
Are you ready? Here it is. I
It's
give
just gonna be a
you
collage of
the
random shit.
Stanley Parable 2.
Jim. Fuck it. Give me the new jumps. Let me in there. Let me
Well,
fuck
I
in there.
mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never
Let
mind.
me in there.
Hold
Let
on.
me in there.
Let me do a
There
different
is everything else.
arrangement.
There's more
Okay,
Stanley.
yes,
Let me in.
yes. This
Let
is
me
much
fucking
better. I
in.
feel good about this. Here we go.
What happens if I was able to
Version
jump?
2.
Would I actually be able to get them? What
Who
would
am I
happen?
kidding, Stanley?
Would
This
he just
isn't a
freak out because
coherent
I'm able to
video
get in
game at
there?
all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well,
This is actually a
insert a
really
few of
cool
my new
effect with
features into
like
it. Tastefully, of
the one
course. With
textured
respect.
walls.
With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could, but it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title
Please
screen
just
that
say the
says with
Stanley
bold
Parable
and
3.
uncompromising
I'll just be like
conviction,
so confused
this
about it.
is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
Please just go back and say the Stanley Parable 4. There was the memory zone.
All of his co-workers were gone.
I'll just
What could
find
it
get well
mean?
someday funnier.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. It's bucket time.
Okay.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Hope he's just like, where the fuck do you get these stickers
Still, no
from?
one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Stanley, we must move on from this broom closet, simply because I have no
Why?
memory. Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the
you.
bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Wait a second, I'm stupid. The place I want it to be is the other way. How the
All of
fuck
his
do I get back
co-workers
in the
were
memory
gone.
zone?
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply
Love you,
missed a
bucket.
memo. When Stanley came to a set of two
Just
open
thinking,
doors,
like,
this was not the correct way to the
well,
meeting
what
room, and
else
Stanley
is
knew it perfectly
possible?
well.
Is there
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee
second
lounge
vent?
first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
There a vent in here? Doesn't look like it.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
There's that vent, but it's already linked to an ending, so no vent back here, hidden. Not that I can see.
Stanley had now gotten himself so far off the beaten path that it seemed the
I
officer
just rolled
begun
my eyes.
was
You
so
can't
far
see
off the
that
beaten
because,
path that
you
it
know,
seemed
I
the
don't do
officer
face
begun
cam.
was so far off the beaten path that it seemed the officer begun was so far off the beaten path that it seemed the officer begun was so far off the beaten path that it seemed the officer begun was so far off the beaten path that it seemed the officer begun was so far off the beaten path that it seemed the officer begun was so far off the beaten path that it seemed the officer begun was so far off the beaten path that it seemed the officer begun was so far off the beaten path that it seemed the officer begun was so far off the beaten path that it seemed the officer begun was so far off the beaten path that it seemed the officer begun was so far off the beaten path that it seemed the officer begun was so far off the beaten path that it seemed the officer begun was so far off the beaten path that it seemed the officer begun was so far off the beaten path that it
I
seemed
know
the
it's
officer
about the
begun
time of the
was
thing,
so
but
far off
also
the beaten path that it seemed the officer begun was so far off the beaten path that it seemed the officer begun was so far off the beaten path that it seemed the officer begun
I don't know
was
if
so
this is
far off the beaten path that it
if
seemed
this
the
is an
officer begun
autism thing
was
or
so
just
far off the beaten path that it seemed
normal
the officer
people find
begun
this really
was so
annoying,
far
but
off the
just
beaten.
I cannot stand stuff that repeats that is way too short.
You didn't think
Like
I
a
was actually
song,
just a recording,
it's
did you?
fine,
What a silly and
but
trite
it's like
explanation that would be. All the back and forth between you and
a
me,
song,
all
it's
the
fine,
absurd
but like
adventures we've been through, and it all turns
a
out
single
just a
phrase
tape
just
recording? It was
makes my
all
head
just
bleed.
in Stanley's head.
It
I bet
probably is a
that's the
normal
kind of
person
twist
thing,
you think is revelatory. I bet each and every time you
but I
watch a
wouldn't know what a
movie where
normal
it
person
turns
thing
out
is.
all to be in the main character's imagination,
I'm
you must
standing on a table.
absolutely bolt off the couch in pure shock at the
I'm
phenomenal
playing
and
the Stanley
intricate
Parable at
storytelling. It must be so simple to be
3:16 in the
you.
morning.
Life being an unending waterfall of surprises and delights. How much more exciting you must find the world than the rest of us do. Now I've become sad. Look what you've done to me. This is
Haha,
all
you
your
sad.
fault.
How the fuck do I get back to the memory zone? Is there a vent in there? Can
Someone
I
was
vent?
following Stanley. He was sure of it. If he checked over his shoulder now, he would surely catch them. It was only a matter of time.
He made me look. What happens if I go over here again? Is there a vent? Can I vent? Because if not, I'm gonna have to restart the game a bunch. Make a new save file.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra-deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra-deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very
Stanley
proud to
Parable
announce for the
vent.
first time ever, the Stanley Parable
Third time
2.
ever, actually. Vent, vent,
Yes,
vent.
you see, isn't this far superior
Vent,
to a
vent,
measly
vent,
re-release with a
vent,
few
vent, vent.
minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been
I'm looking
asking
for a vent.
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of
I
the
was sick
features
this
I've been
morning.
developing for it.
I probably
I
should go to
figure
sleep.
that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
I've got that phrase stuck in my head now. So far off the beaten
Here we
path.
are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
Can get a brand new bucket.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well,
I guess when they
I'm
destroyed the
happy to
bucket,
say
it
that after
kinda was
much
that.
consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, every
Bucket.
time you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm
Dear
and
gosh.
ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As
There's
long
more.
as you hold on to the bucket,
No.
the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms.
Just open the
And to be
case, mate.
honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try.
Fuck yeah.
Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must
Wait.
already be sweeping through your body. And in
It
fact,
has the stickers?
can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person.
Memory
The benefits
zone.
of the bucket seem to go on and on, don't they?
Memory zone.
All this and more awaits you in the Stanley Parable 2. Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really
They should.
be an award if it isn't already.
Huh. 344. Is that the time I originally put in?
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean?
You've already
But the
been here.
Stanley Parable 2. Now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long... Now here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes. You see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. It's as simple as that. As you can see, the machine is not working yet since... What?
Seeing
Wait,
impact's
what in the
fun.
holy hell is going on? You've got the achievement? Oh, God. Composure, composure. Yes, as you can see, the machine is working as normal, as I intended. It truly speaks to the awe-inspiring magic of the Stanley Parable 2. Breathe. Just breathe. What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
Wait, 5 isn't on this thing. What? The... What's 3? Official design, case the whole. What's Q? 3 achievement. Oh, there's B. The button that says the name of the player. This map. 5 is this map. So there is no vent. Are you serious? So I do need to reset the game to get more jumps. And to, vent. Okay, but we are going to jump through a lot of things first. See you in a second for you. For me, it's gonna be like 3 days. I've done this for an hour. I was coming back to check if the epilogue button was a thing.